here's an interesting take or theory when it comes to lucidity and being able to change and add things to your dream environment that one of the regulars on the channel brought up here recently. And I thought it was just a really cool take on it, and so I thought I would pose it to you folks out there and see if you've noticed something similar. However, for me personally, I've kind of noticed like the exact opposite. Again, assuming I'm kind of reading this comment correctly, but for this person, he's able to add things in and make things appear in his lucid dreams pretty consistently, where like say he could be looking at his hand and he can make something appear in his hand. But something that he's noticed is as he continues to affect and add things to his dream environment, he gets a sense that like his lucidity is almost like a charge on a battery, and the more things he adds into his environment, that charge starts to go down, and eventually it gets to the point to where he's no longer able to add stuff to his dream environments. He's only able to subtract things and take it away. And I would imagine, although he doesn't specifically say this in this comment, but I would imagine the end point of this would be like, you know, you are there in this dream, still lucidly aware to the fact that you're in REM, but you know, you're not able to make things in the dream environment stay there, only take them away. So the end point would be just like you sitting there in blank nothingness, which, you know, some ways looking at that can kind of seem kind of scary and dreadful, especially if you have a sense of like being trapped in that sort of scenario. But in another sense, it could be like really amazing and beautiful, where like you have dream yoga and you have sleep yoga, right? Dream yoga is like classic lucid dreaming stuff, and then sleep yoga, at least from the way that I understand it, haven't dug into this for years, is kind of more just being aware. And I've heard it theorized that this means you're consciously or lucidly aware in deep sleep, so stage like 3, 4 of sleep, where it's, you know, kind of just like you in blank nothingness, and it's supposed to be, and not even you, it's more like just a pinpoint of awareness in blank nothingness, and it's supposed to be like this really ineffable, amazing experience. It's been a goal of mine to try and get there in my own personal practice. I've gotten kind of close several times, but it didn't feel definitive enough for me to truly say I was there. Like, I kind of had the sense that it was just me in a regular lucid dream in REM, just simply dreaming about being in blank nothingness, but not actually truly being in blank nothingness. Anyway, got off on a bit of a tangent there, but nonetheless, have you guys out there ever felt like your lucidity was something like a charge on a battery, and that as you affected your dream environment more and that charge kind of wore out, that they were linked together? Because, okay, one more thing. You know, for me personally, as I was going to say this earlier, I kind of feel like it's the complete opposite for me, because it's like, as my lucidity rises, if I feel like I have good control and I'm able to affect and change the dream environment a lot, it seems to be like a positive snowball effect where I'm able to do it more and more and more. Where really when I'm in that situation, the only thing I got to watch out for is like exerting too much effort and control, and then I wake myself up and, you know, just end the dream that way. But nonetheless, really cool take and theory around it. And yeah, that is it. Until the next video, keep your lucid dreaming practice legit.